Hey, welcome back everyone. MTG Moxman here. Hope everyone's having that happy Tuesday. Yeah, that's right. I'm shaking the pencil at you. Tony Stark's locked up. The water's in hand. You know the yawns are going to be coming. I mean, this is going to be epic today. I can feel it. Can you guys feel it? I know. We got some stuff to discuss. We always do, but sometimes I just like to ramble. You know, it's a busy life out there. I mean, this is like a professionally produced program. Come on, look at everything. Look at the background. Come on, do you think this is all CGI or something? Green screen? Nah, man. 100%. I built that Iron Man. Actually, that part's true. Pretty awesome. It's like a foam rubber thing. See? It totally starts inside. That's why you see the outfit inside. Alright, guys. If you're new to the channel, please hit subscribe and join me on this epic journey of growing my channel. I actually lost, like, a night's sleep. Like, I was totally, like, dumbfounded. I had this weird dream, which I'm going to tell you about in a second. But yes, if you're new to the channel, please hit subscribe so you can hear more about my epic failures and successes in life. And it's mostly related to magic. Mostly. So, looking forward to it, guys. Door's open. Hold on. Sorry, you know how it goes. Little background noise. Alright, so here we have it, guys. Another day done. More sets on the way. More craziness. And today we're not going to talk about that craziness. I am not going to bring up all the epic new magic sets coming forward. I'm not going to talk about all that stuff. No. Let's talk about investing your money and making money. Because you know what? Most of us who have gone through this whole COVID thing going on have got to understand something. Most people are not prepared for what goes on in life. We try to be prepared, or at least we used to. And we really don't get an idea of what things are like out there. Now, saving is hard. I don't know if somebody told you that before, but saving's hard. Putting money aside for your future is not easy, guys. The funny thing is, it's a necessity. And most people never understand that they don't put enough away. Okay? Most people want to have a house, a place to live that's safe. You want to raise your kids. You want to have a good time. Some people like to vacation. Some people buy a lot of stuff like magic cards. The funny thing is, most people don't think about retirement until they're my age. Okay? I'm in my 40s, guys. But that's a very long time. I'm getting closer to the higher end of 40s than the less. I've been around Magic since the very beginning, and I didn't think it was... I know they said collectible card game back then, but I didn't know it was going to be what it is now. Nobody does. We've got no crystal ball. We can't go backward or forward in time. This isn't Ready Player One, where I just get to win the billions. No. What we have going here is the idea of saving portions of money every single payday for the rest of your life. How many of you can honestly say you're doing it, you're putting that money aside, and you're not touching it? You'll find, if you look inside yourselves, less than one of my entire viewership of this video probably does it. You might say you're the one, but I want you to think about it. They say 10% of pre-tax money of every paycheck should get put away for your retirement. 10%. So that way, when you've been at it 20 years, you've got about 20 years saved. Right? So if you're in your 50s, you can make it into your 70s just because you've saved all that money, supposedly. And that's assuming you didn't mess up on your investments. Nothing bad happened along the way that caused you to spend that money, which you're not supposed to do. And you didn't get caught up in life and just say, I'm going to buy extra boxes of Ikoria. I'm going to go buy a Power 9. That's hard. I'm not going to treat my kid to the toy he wants. That can be hard. I get it. But it is true that most people won't do it or can't do it or just they think they deserve everything. When I was a kid, my dad would say, value every toy as if it's your only toy. Treat it with respect because it ain't getting replaced. Better yet, we're not really going to buy you any toys. Your grandparents can do that. You know, that kind of thing. So any toys I got are really valued. I took care of. My Magic cards, I took care of them even from the beginning. I still play with them, sure, but you still took care of them a lot better than a lot of my friends did. Because I couldn't get them damaged, because I couldn't get them replaced. Very limited funds. A lot of my friends call me frugal, right? Not the friends who already know me, not my best friends. They might be thinking it, but they don't say it. I am a saver. I never spend beyond my means. I never put my family in jeopardy. That is not my goal in life. But at the same time, as prepared as I thought I was for what was going to happen next, it wasn't. It's been a rough road. Not to mention you have your job to worry about, but all that mental stuff, I almost said something, I know, I'm sorry. All that stuff that comes along, that can be hard for people, guys. And I'm glad that from what I'm getting from my viewership, the most of you guys are pretty positive, man. You're a positive Petey, not a negative Nelly. But that idea of saving is real. Put your money aside. Save it for the future and don't waste it, guys, because it is too hard to make it back. I'm not saying you have to put in some risky, endeavor. Invest it properly. Don't invest it all, just save it and put it in like a RSP we have in Canada, like a 401k. You put that stuff in and you never take it out. It doesn't matter what's going on. I know it sounds harsh, but I've really tried hard not to touch my stuff for a reason, guys. By the way, I never have. I don't have as much away as I should, not even close. But I'm realizing now, as I get older, that it's harder than I thought to get where I want to be. I've had a great boss who really made this kind of stuff, possible for me. I have great coworkers around me who cheer me up when I'm down and make me feel great. I have a job I love, family I care about. But you still put all that on the table. You have to provide for that. You have to put money aside. No, I don't go on vacations. I've never gone anywhere. I know, right? Not weird for most people to hear that? Told you, frugal. I don't need to. I don't feel the need to. I go up north. I put my money in other places. All those vacations people take for a week here, a week there, Punta Cana, go to Mexico, maybe go to Switzerland, go skiing, Australia, because you have that wanderlust bug that says I want to go there. But where'd you get that wanderlust bug from? It's a good question to ask yourself. Maybe subliminal messages your whole life from TVs and ads, family members who said, oh, you should do this. My parents never vacationed, so I didn't grow up on vacations. We went up north, right? Northern Ontario, where I reside here in Canada. And we go up there, and that's all I've ever done, and I'm cool with it. I'm very happy. I'm very content. I love mowing the lawn. I love taking walks. I'm a simple guy. So saving comes easier to me, is what I'm saying, than most people. I grew up with not a lot of stuff. I grew up with a family who had a hard time putting food on the table sometimes. So maybe that's made my life a little easier to save money and put things aside. It doesn't mean I deny myself something. If I want to go and buy something, I go ahead and buy it. But I save for it. I don't just put on the credit card and call it a day. All these Magic cards I buy are mostly a result of not getting rid of my old cards back in the day, and they were worth a lot of money, guys. Most of it. Nowadays, a lot of it comes from buying and selling boxes that I did, 7-8 years ago. Now a lot of them have come due, right? Like, there are boxes up there that will go on the block soon to make room for the newer boxes that I keep trying to grow my collection in. And that's, it's not easy. But saving and getting ahead is more important than a short-term, to me at least, than a short-term thing. Now, people are going to tell you, hey, you could be dead tomorrow. You're right. I could be dead tomorrow. Something bad could happen. But at the same time, I might be going another 30, 40 years, 50 years. So I need money to make it that far. I can't, sorry, I'm just getting more comfortable here. I can't be broke getting there. And I can't depend on my son to help me out later in life. I'm hoping that won't happen. So I'm planning. I'm saving. Putting money aside. I help out friends and family when I can. Because that's the right thing to do. You're trying to help them too. Yes, they should have saved. Yes, they should have been better with their money. But sometimes I'm in the position to help. Maybe they know that. Maybe they don't. But I try. Because you still should be a good person. but saving is important. If more people save their money, some of these issues we're going through wouldn't be happening. You want a house? Don't go on vacations. You can start with just a piece of property and slowly build a house over the years. It takes time, but you can do it. Most people have a hard time investing in their futures and saving that money. It happens. Just like magic cards. Most people think short term. I get it. They go in and they buy some cards. They come into the store with their binder. They sell a few cards, right? Make back some of the money, but they have to buy with the store credit they just made. So the store is still winning. I get that. And they get new cards they want. But maybe if they kept that card for another 10, 15, 20 years, who knows what that card would be worth if it's an original printing, special artwork like Ikoria could be. You don't know. So since I don't have to sell, I just keep these little boxes around here with all kinds of stuff inside. And once in a while I look through and I find out what things are worth a few years later, like that bag of cards I showed you yesterday. I have bags like that sometimes. I find some, oh yeah. Where do you think I found those Argivian archaeologists? Where do you think I had some of that stuff? It was just sitting in different decks, different binders. It was just hanging out. And that happens. But most people don't think that way, which is why they can't get ahead in life. They want to go to that fancy concert. They want that new cell phone. They want that fancy iPhone. And I don't know why. Because Apple's just going to make a newer one. And they're going to put one little thing different. They're going to call it a new thing. And people are going to go out and just go for it. It happens. Now, on the whole flip side of my conversation, you don't have to listen to anything I just said if you made it this far in the video. That's up to you. I'm just offering an insightful position where I myself sit on one side of the fence and I observe other people on the other side of the fence and some people in the middle. Right? But it is not easy. I get it. People put themselves in debt to do things. I'm just not that person. And if more people were sort of my way, there'd be a lot less issues, I'll tell you that. At least in one way. Maybe a different way, there'd be lots more problems. But not in the money issue. Right? I'm just saying. Now, doesn't mean you don't go out and enjoy your magic cards, guys. But maybe don't put it on your credit card. That's your small start. Right? If you can't clear your credit card at the end of the month, you got a problem. That's why it's called credit. Right? You have to make credit cards work for you. So you get a cashback credit card, you can use it every day. But you better pay that balance off before the interest accrues. Because then that 1% or 2% cashback you got, that's coming back to you. And when that comes back to you at the end of the year, and however form your institution gives it to you, I buy magic cards with that. I buy a free couple of boxes usually. Because I've saved up all year by paying off my card diligently that allows me to get ahead. People don't think that way sometimes. It's hard. But I don't buy magic cards unless I can pay it off. That's simple rule. Nothing goes on credit that can't be paid off by the end of that month. Nothing. Ever. Because it's a credit. You should always work in cash. Credit card is never a form of cash, but you always have to pay it back with interest. So I use it, but never pay the interest because I pay it off. Which means I come out ahead. And that's important to me. It should be important to a lot of you. I know you're thinking 1 or 2% is not a lot, guys, but it does add up massively when used in conjunction. When you put it with your bills, when you pay car insurance with it, that gives extra bits. Do your food with it. When you pay it off diligently every month, you will come out ahead, I promise. Now that we've got through the heavy stuff today, I just thought I would mention this because I was talking to some friends about it, and it was an issue for a few people. I was offering some advice since they asked. Let them know where they could cut corners, better phone company, lessen your bills here, better internet plan here, negotiating with some of those companies. A lot of that can happen, man. So, anyone here who would like to put a comment down in the comment section below with advice or questions can go ahead and ask those questions right there if you feel comfortable. If not, you can email me at alania@hotmail.com, which is ALAANIA@hotmail.com. And I'll be happy to answer anything you need, guys. That's what I'm here for. I don't mind helping out with how I've done things to get people ahead, right? But most people who are working those minimum wage jobs, there's nothing wrong with working a minimum wage job to get a paycheck. But the question, if it's an 8-hour day and you're only working 8 hours of it, you're doing something wrong. You should be working 16 hours of it. Get a second minimum wage job so you're doubling your income level. Yes, it sucks, but after 5-6 years of that, you will be ahead. I did 2-3 jobs myself for a very long period of time to get ahead and get where I wanted to be. I was young. As you get older, it gets harder, I admit. But it happens. So any questions, go ahead, shoot them out there. If you're new to the channel, thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. I am not going to do a boomstick quote at the end of this one. I'm gonna flip this one up with what? Ready? What is the first appearance of Wolverine in a comic? First official appearance of Wolverine in a comic. Put that in the comments section below. There's your trivia question. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Have a wonderful evening. Stay safe. Stay happy. We got Core 2021 coming this week. It's going to be awesome. I hope we'll open some boxes for you and get the videos up right away. All right, guys. Thanks a lot for tuning in. MTG Moxman, I'm out of here. Bring me my nachos and cheese. Where are those nachos and cheese?